ovation for that. No, we gotta give a standing ovation.
What you mean we?
Yes, we did it.
Oh, we.
Happy days are here again. Super Bowl, here we come.
We.
No,
you and I.
We got this.
You, Jenny, and myself is a we. Not no cowboy skill, baby. Don't get up here.
Jenny, somebody
Somebody owes me 10 more cases of Diet Dew. Even Jenny said,
really? You're going to accept that?
I was there for that one.
I accepted it.
I'm not going to get
I'm up to 42 cases now. 42 cases.
We'll talk about this a little bit, Skip.
Okay.
You look nice today.
Thank you, Shannon.
You?
That.
I'll deal with you in a minute.
Yes, you will. So,
Wow.
by the way, remember the commercial that we did last fall? It was so great, the Undisputed commercial.
Yes, I remember.
Could we just see the first of it? Just the opening few seconds of it, please? Jumping out of bed. Oh, there he is on my bedside table.
There's your guy.
Yep, there he is. I must admit, last night before I went to bed, I took my Zeke picture and I put it in the drawer.
No.
Because nothing was happening. And I was getting panicky. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like midnight for us.
Okay.
And I went over and checked to see if it had happened. Nothing had happened. And I started thinking, you got me.
What?
Something has gone very wrong here. So suddenly, this is the most pleasantly shocking surprise I've had in a long time. They finally got it done.
Yep.
It's time for this show to start.
Did you take the picture out?
Yes,
Okay,
now
good. Okay,
tonight it will be back in its
Make
place.
sure. You need to give it a little
because
kiss or something.
You know what? I'll kiss that picture before I go to bed tonight.
We have
I will.
so much to get to today. Zeke isn't the only one who got it done. Jared Goff has a new deal. How will that impact Dak's negotiations? And as Tom Brady had his biggest offensive loss of the season. But guys, there is only one place to start today, and that is with Zeke. Earlier this morning, Ezekiel Elliot and the Cowboys agreed on a 6-year, $90 million extension with $50 million guaranteed. Overall, Zeke's contract is now 8 years and $103 million, which makes him the highest paid running back in the league. Zeke is expected to be at practice today and to play this Sunday against the Giants. So, Shannon, who won this deal, Zeke or Jerry?
Well, it's no-brainer, Zeke. Because Zeke went into the season having 2 years of security. Now he has $50 million guaranteed in security. Zeke wanted to talk Todd Gurley. He talked Todd Gurley in every aspect. $50 million to $45 guaranteed. He got 6 years, $90 million. He got the $15 million skip average that he want, and he got a contract that excess in total value over $100 million. He didn't lose. Now people like, well, Jerry this, Jerry. No, Jerry didn't win because had Zeke played this season, Zeke would have made $3.9 million. I can assure you, Zeke this year is going to get more than $3.9 million based on the value of the contract. So Zeke won easily. He put his foot down. I believe had Zeke come to camp and just went about his business, Jerry was going to let this thing play out because we all know they had this year a fifth-year option, and need be, they had 2 franchise tags they could have used on Ezekiel Elliott. But Ezekiel Elliott also understood that my value is never going to be higher than it is right now at 24, 25, 26 years of age. The next 3 years, I'm going to be in my absolute peak prime. And the difference is, and we're going to talk about this a little later, Skip, in the next segment, is the difference between running backs and every other position. A running back must take a big bite of the apple because in all likelihood, he will never, ever get a bigger bite of an apple. Quarterbacks, other skill, they can take nibbles because they're going to get another bite and another bite and another bite. Running backs do not have that luxury. Zeke had to take a stand here and now, and he understood his value to this team, Skip. Everybody doesn't have this luxury that Zeke has. He's a very unique type of running back, and the NFL is a copycat league, and I don't know who started this, Skip, but somebody said the running back is devalued, and then somebody else heard it and echoed it. The running back's devalued. The running back's devalued. The running back's devalued.
And then Mel Kiper pushed that
narrative. Whoever pushed it, Skip, it caught like wildfire and blew through the NFL.
It did.
But there are certain certain running backs that are very unique. And Ezekiel Elliott is one of those running backs. And he should be compensated for his uniqueness and what he brings to a team. All quarterbacks' value is not equal. All running backs, all players are not equal. Even though they might, quarterbacks, you have quarterbacks, 32 starters, but they're not all on the same level playing field, Skip. The same with running backs. Zeke is a top running back in the league, and the Cowboys rewarded him knowing what he's done for this team and what he could possibly do over the next 3 years. Skip, I don't even look at 6-year extension plus the 2 years he got. That's 8 years for over $100 million. Skip, I don't get that. I go 3 years at a time when you look at a contract, because that's when it starts getting binding. When you see those cap numbers starting to get up to the $18 to $20 million, where teams like, okay, do we redo it or do we just go ahead and cut our losses and move forward? So I'm looking at 3 years. And Ezekiel Elliot, he won this deal.
The truth is, I am so relieved right now, and I'm so happy right now that I'm really not in the mood to say somebody won.
You don't even care now, do you?
But the show must go on. For the last 3 months, I predicted that Zeke would sign on Tuesday, September the 3rd, which was the players' day off ahead of the first practice to start getting ready for the Giants Sunday,
Correct.
Game 1. So they practice obviously today, tomorrow, Friday,
Correct.
to get ready for that. And when it bled into last night, as I just mentioned in our open, I got a little queasy. I was a little queasy yesterday because I wanted it just to be over. And it felt a little like Rocky Arsenault, the agent, had grandstanded a little bit yesterday to try to turn up the public heat on Jerry. Like, oh, we just came back. We're here. Now give us our money. Right? Like they were a little desperate yet. That's how it came across when I looked at the airport little media session that Rocky gave.
Oh, yeah.
It just felt like he's saying, we're very, very, very close. Jerry? And Jerry doesn't usually respond well to that kind of public pressure. So that's why I got a little bit of cold feet last night. But now that it's done, now the smoke clears in my brain and I sit back, I'm a little surprised about the 6 years because that goes into perpetuity almost for